All right, Zach, it's your fucking movie. Zach,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and introduce and open the show. Are you fucking kidding me, Zach?
What?
You're not gonna open the show?
I just did.
Welcome to Is It Rotten, people. We are doing the film,
The current film.
the current film that is on Netflix right now. The Munsters.
The Munsters.
The Munsters.
Monster.
Yeah.
This is
Mac is never going to be say it correctly. He probably actually says monster cheese.
No, I said Munsters. Munsters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna lead me into one of my points about this film, actually. So this is the Rob Zombie version of the Munsters. It is not a quote unquote horror film.
No.
I don't know what I'd call it exactly.
Shit.
Comedy.
I'm sorry. no, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just to preface, we'll get into our familiarity with the Munsters.
Yeah, let's go around with our familiarity about the Munsters because this is a recent film, so everyone has seen it now.
Yeah.
So what is everyone's familiarity with the Munsters as a franchise?
I'm vaguely familiar with it. Like I know it was, a sitcom in the earlier days of TV, but that's about it. It's like I'm aware of its existence, but I don't really know much else about it. From what I could feel, I feel like this was probably pretty faithful.
Yeah. Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Scott?
Well, I was more of an Addams Family kid, I guess, growing
Same.
up. Like I knew both of them, but like I was much more familiar with the Addams Family. I enjoyed I think I've seen like a handful of episodes of this show, but like it was never one of those things that I would watch regularly.
Yeah, like I'm sure at some point in my life I have watched an episode of the Munsters, but I could not recall actually retaining any of that knowledge. But I'm sure I have watched an episode of the Munsters before.
Mac?
Yes, I have watched the show on Nick at Night when I was a little kid. It came on in Nick at Night. It was on Nick at Night, and I remember watching literally a season full of these episodes, and I actually enjoyed the show. You got Herman, you got his wife, you got Lily, you got Grandpa, not the Count, Grandpa.
No, his name is the Count.
No, his name is Grandpa.
No, he's not the Count yet. Eddie doesn't exist.
But I know
Eddie doesn't exist yet.
Motherfucker, I know him as
He can't be Grandpa.
I call him Grandpa. That's his name.
Yeah, he can't be Grandpa because Eddie doesn't exist. That tracks. He can't be Grandpa. He's not a grandpa.
I
Eric,
know him.
done with your
I
shit
knew
today.
him as Grandpa. I knew him as Grandpa when I was
Okay.
a kid. That's what I'm saying.
Full disclosure for everybody watching. I was like, I'm eating right now. I had a fucking day. So this is the me you're getting today. You're getting me at the end of his fucking rope.
Yeah. Also, I know Eddie doesn't exist, but he also did have they also had a niece, which made the show even funnier because the niece was a human being from Transylvania, which is hilarious. She was just a normal person in there. That's what made the show funny. It's like all these people are exactly monsters.
So you're telling me you
Normal
need
living in this house.
You need a self-insert to appreciate it. Is what my understanding.
I watched a lot of Rob Zombie films. We'll get to that later. But
I'm saying you need a self-insert like the niece to appreciate the other characters.
The niece made the show funny.
You need the juxtaposition, is I think what he says. He's saying he needs he needs this just a regular dude.
Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah,
But
if you have a
the
regular
Addams
person,
Family. Were you a
that's
fan
what
of
the
the
niece
Addams Family,
was.
though?
The niece is literally the person like they're normal. They look odd, but they're normal.
See, I hated the niece. She was the worst character.
You know what? This opinion on this character, knowing nothing about them, tracks for the both of you.
Because I identify more with the Munsters and the monsters of the universe way more than I would a normal person.
Yeah. God. This is entirely in character for both of you. Nothing about this discussion surprises me.
Okay. We'll get. All right.
I actually used to watch this on Sci-Fi when they'd have summer. During the summer, they'd have blocks during the week, and it would be on during the day. And it'd just be nothing but that show. That's where I watched like the 60s Batman and shit.
Okay.
Back when Sci-Fi was a channel where you could actually watch it for more than 20 seconds.
When you would watch actual science fiction and it was spelled correctly?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I would call this movie science. I guess part of it is science fiction.
No, it literally. How does Herman get made?
Yeah, I mean, Frankenstein is like one of the
literally
sci-fi books.
Literally science, like the birth of science fiction horror.
Yeah, it literally is the birth of science fiction.
But then there's also werewolves and like the vampires and all that.
Yeah,
so it's a mix.
Yeah.
If the Dark Universe literally just led to the Munsters, I feel like it would have been a much better franchise.
It's Universal. It's actually this movie was made by Universal 1404, which was supposed to be the one who made all of the Universal character monsters movies. So yes, that's literally what this kind of is.
This movie is technically the second movie in the Dark Universe.
Yes. It's the better one.
Everybody forgets Dracula Untold.
We don't forget it. We suppress it.
But you remember the Mummy?
Yeah.
I remember the Mummy because there was Fanta boxes with the Mummy's face that had the double eye thing. That's why I remember it.
I remember the Mummy because the time they accidentally released the trailer without any audio.
I remember
yelling.
I remember Brendan Fraser.
That's the wrong movie.
The Superior Mummy.
The better Mummy. Film. Yeah.
Yeah, the better, but still not as good as the Karloff version.
Right. We're not dissing Karloff. Yeah.
Well, we can't. I cannot say anything negative about the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
I can.
It's fun. It's fun. It's not great.
The Brendan Fraser Mummy is the exact movie they set out to make.
Yeah.
My problem is it ended up with the Mummy cartoon, which is terrible.
That's on the Mummy movie.
Look,
in the era where that's on Mummy Returns.
Yeah, that's
on Mummy Returns.
Yeah. Get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. That's on Mummy Returns.
Come on.
Sorry, when you add a kid, I lose interest usually.
That's the Mummy Returns.
Audiences.
Yeah.
The Mummy Returns, I admit, the only good part of the Mummy Returns is the little monkeys, whatever those things is, and they start fighting over a stick of dynamite. Huh?
The pygmies?
Yeah. They're fighting over a stick of dynamite. That was hilarious.
The best part is when Imhotep like comes in at the end, like screaming, like 30 seconds too late.
All right. All right.
Bill, we start out with the
positives. We start with the positives usually, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Scott, are we gonna do this on Film Talk?
No, we're not doing The Mummy Returns.
Because eventually you'll have to do the third Mummy movie then.
Oh, please, no. I would rather pretend that movie doesn't exist. It's so bad.
Waste of jet
ass. Okay, let's get this over with.
All right. Best line. I'm starting with you, Mac, because you're so chuckle fuckish today.
Best line. I like the Uranus joke.
Really?
That's
on my worst line.
That was on my worst list too.
I just chuckled at it a little bit. Okay, yeah. I kind of chuckled at it. I was like, funny.
God.
I mean, mine's a Floop line also because Floop is awesome. It's alive. It's alive. Oh no, I was talking about my pet cockroach Ernie. I thought he was dead, but he looks fine.
Eric.
Oh no, they don't have a pool boy.
Okay, that was pretty good. Ooh, that was good. They don't have a pool. Yeah.
They don't have a pool.
That was pretty good.
I saw them like That's my line.
I had the exchange when they made me, they broke the mold with you, and I presume. No, I think I was out by that point. The other one is a floop line. That no good fang banger was pretty fucking good.
Sorry things didn't work out so great for you at the leper colony.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
No, Floop and the Doctor were a great pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good. They were good.
Oh, and so I have that's the loudest mime I've ever seen.
Yes.
This actually had a lot of really good lines, which is weird for a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, this was it was surprisingly funny. I thought it was going to be a little bit more leaning towards the scary type.
I
know.
I think the one thing we can say about Rob Zombie is that much like the Brendan Fraser Mummy, he sets out and makes the movie he sets out to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make the Munsters.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking made the Munsters.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Whatever it is.
I think you're just pissed because it's in color.
No. There's reasons.
They should release a Snyder cut of this where it's in black and
I
white.
wish there would have been commentary, because I've been listening to Rob Zombie's directorial opinions. Like, one of them is he actually uses TVs with other movies on as transitions on purpose, because they're movies that catch his eye when he's just walking around. He notes it down so we can put it in the movie.
Okay.
But I think it's actually pretty brilliant. Just because if you notice, one of the Abbott and Costello movies is in here.
No, I didn't notice that.
There's a lot of movies.
Makes sense.
They're watching a lot of movies in this movie.
Yeah.
And Zombo was amazing. All right. Best scene, Eric.
Best scene. I think the best scene. Come back to me.
All right, Scott.
I love that date, the Count Orlok and Lily date at the beginning.
Oh,
where they're,
that's
that's
my worst, man.
Really?
Oh.
I thought it was so funny.
Oh no,
it's so cringy.
The Disco Vampire song.
The disco.
Okay, that was fine. The Disco Vampire song part was fine. It was the part leading to it. Although I
got a kick at it when they were floating towards each other.
Although I liked the callback in the newspaper where it says that Orlok was eaten by rats.
All right. I got mine. It is just the scene of Herman and Lily meeting for the first time.
Yes.
And he keeps having to close the door, and he keeps coming back with different, it's like, yeah, I'll write down my schedule. It's just that. Yeah. And then he comes back and it's with the calendar, and it's just the one date circled in all day I was drawn. It's so cute. It's so cute.
That was actually one of James Rolfe's favorite scenes in his review. Yes, I'm pulling the AVGN card back. You can't stop me.
Oh, I can do something to piss you off.
Oh, you can try. The thing is, we're reviewing a Rob Zombie movie. I'm aware how polarizing
I can pull something to really make you mad. I can pull the Nostalgia Critic stuff that he said that the things that you're liking so far is the things he likes.
Yeah, but the Nostalgia Critic's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
but that's what makes you mad.
No, it's because he's a piece of shit.
Don't fuck with me on this, Zach. I'm just doing my notes.
Yeah, but he's like CinemaSins though, where he doesn't actually have like a coherent point when he reviews things.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. I am gonna go with when Wolfgang literally tells what everybody can do on TV.
Yeah.
They start right before. I was like, this is hilarious. Yeah. He just like, you can kiss Mike. Like, I was like, what the hell? I was like, that was really funny. I like that scene.
Yeah.
All right, Zach.
I like the entire part of Herman's creation. That entire scene, the way it's being mixed with really old effects and ideas from like 1950s movies, except it's still like crisp and clean looking.
Mhm.
It's very interesting. It's a very interesting combo that I don't think you see in pretty much anything. Like I can't imagine
there's going to
anything-
be a part that there's a part in there that I hate, and you're gonna
you're
come after me.
Yeah, you have no taste though.
No. There's a part of the creation I don't like.
No, I'm sure there is.
Yeah, you'll get to it. We'll get to it. There's some things that you talk, and that originality is bullshit. Because I caught something for you.
Originality or homage?
Homage to something that I love.
Yeah, that's your fault then.
No, it's not my fault. It's an homage. We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
I also wrote down, I want to live in the Zombie A-Go-Go nightclub. I want to live there.
Yeah.
And never leave. I love the world of Transylvania in this movie. It feels almost
good. It looks good. I'll give it that.
Well, it looks like just an interesting place to live. It's
You-
like
You know what it looks like?
Hell.
Monkey bone.
yes.
Yeah, I was
It
right.
gives me
Hell.
Like I wanted to say Nightmare Before Christmas, so I agree. It's that kind of vibe where it's like
Selick, yeah.
I was right
Yeah.
the first time. I said hail.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
about Brendan Fraser today.
Yeah.
when are we not about Brendan Fraser? Let's be honest.
The world needs to be about Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
The
Brendan Fraser's a
world.
good guy.
Hollywood did him dirty. We need to give him justice.
There's a reason I stand Doom Patrol so fucking hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I do stand Doom Patrol fucking hard.
All right.
That's the best cyborg. The one in fucking Justice League can kiss my ass.
All right. Cool.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, fair.
Almost, and the Teen Titans one can kiss my ass now too. Now we have the good.
Yeah, you were fighting them. No, I'm just playing. I don't care.
What about?
We got
what about-
fighting words now. I don't care.
I know we don't get much about him. But what about the Young Justice version?
Mediocre.
I like him. I like him. They went a slightly different direction with him.
Mhm.
I mean, it's more the direction they went with him is more in line with, I guess, technically more in line with what would eventually would have became the Snyder Cut, but in a different way.
Yeah.
And by different, I mean better.
Ever. Yeah. All right, Mac. Start us off on the worst line. What pissed you off?
The inflation.
You didn't like the inflation line?
No, I did not like the inflation joke. I was like, oh my God, that's bad. No,
I
it's
thought
the
it was great.
inflation. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Really? You're bringing politics in the film?
That's not politics.
Politics.
You picked both of my worst lines, Mac, but one of them was your best line.
Yeah, like it's not a political joke to just mention inflation's a thing.
I don't like it. It just
Inflation's not a political thing. It's just economics.
Yeah.
I don't wanna
Economics is
talk
not
about it.
inherently
I don't
political.
need to listen about like. Why?
Yeah, I didn't like that line not because it was a political joke, but because it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It just was bad when he did that. He just thought of it, and I was like, you hit it.
But
Awesome.
all of his jokes were bad, though.
Yeah, they were.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But that inflation
But
joke
he
was
loves
like
them.
the real one. Like, and I'm not a point. His jokes are supposed to be bad. I was like, yeah, but you're supposed to at least. I didn't.
What did you
I didn't
What did you guys
any
think
one
of his
jokes.
voice
Huh?
as Herman?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
You
I
thought
like
he
it.
were, I thought it was a
he's-
little too
No, he
like
did play
high-pitched.
Herman well. I'm just
It's
saying.
a-
I
it's
thought
a
he got
little-
the characteristics done, but the
Yeah.
voice reminded me a little bit of like Jeff Goldblum.
I
There
think
we go.
but I think that was at the point with the whole adding the backstory with him being a failed comedian named Shecky, the brain. Like I
Mhm.
think that was part of that like whole thing. I like
Yeah.
that we have an explanation to why Herman is the way he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah. So Eric, worst line.
Oh, worst line. When the Count was talking about the real estate agent after she passed out. No,
Yeah,
that
that's
just
Alvaro, by the way.
it just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, I knew that was Elvira.
Yeah.
think it would have been funnier if she just was Elvira as a costume.
Yeah.
Would have been better.
Yep, that would have been like really funny.
See, I think and you're saying like the other thing being an homage is a bad thing. I think that would have been too far because you already have Zombo there as like the incarnation of like the TV host.
No, I'm
horror
just
TV
saying if
host.
she would have just
So
put
that would've
like
been
a
weird.
mask on or something, she didn't have to like dress like fully up like it. You know, it would be funny. No, just saying.
Yeah. I did like that whole driving scene though, and the way it was animated and stuff. I don't know. I love that kind of shit where it's like the visuals just completely change on you.
It was okay. I'm having none of this.
You think you're just a coward when it comes to interesting films at this point.
No. You're forgetting. I love some of Rob Zombie's films. You're forgetting. You're talking shit. I literally gave a positive rating for El Montecristo.
Wow, that's not even close. Oh, I did write down Herman's impression skills remind me of Max.
What you thought was bad? Come on.
All right. For me, it was the Igor and dressing scene when he did just that mumbly voice shit. I wasn't with that. The squawks when Lily's getting dressed.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that either. Yeah,
that was annoying. Yeah. That was just annoying.
That was annoying.
Yeah, I think those mannerisms only work when you're a bat.
Yeah,
and they did. When he would turn into a bat, they actually did.
All right.
Yeah.
Eric. Scott, did you win?
Yeah.
I mean, you took both of mine, but I get when the count says once you hit 300, everything starts to go. And I mean everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that almost feels like a type of bad joke that Herman would tell.
Yeah.
Well, I think the point of the film is Herman and the Count are basically two sides of the same coin. Just one's a snob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're the same personality. It's just one's higher class, one's lower class.
Yes.
Right.
Well, one, like, he was just born. He doesn't really even have a class.
Just
yeah.
He is the embodiment of born sexy yesterday.
Yeah. All right. Worst scene, Mac. I know you want to complain about something.
Yeah. I did not like the brain scene because it kind of reminded. Yeah, I did not like that brain scene. I did not like.
Okay.
I did not like it. Main reason it reminded me of the scene between Igor and Young Frankenstein, literally going Abby normal and literally doing that stuff. It reminded me of that. My problem is if you're going to try to be funny and you're going to copy Mel Brooks, at least go all the way in it. Don't go halfway in and go all the way in. I will reward you for going all the way in, but don't go halfway in and just don't show whatever it is. And I understand we come back and the joke is, yeah, this is how Herman is made, but it really pissed me off. I was like, yeah, this is literally Young Frankenstein. I'm sorry, I was upset with that.
I mean,
Mel Brooks is my favorite director. So
but I was going to say, brain switching has been like a thing in film way before.
I know, but
and jokes about brain switching have been a joke way before Mel Brooks did it.
Young Frankenstein, he was literally taking a page from Mel Brooks, and he didn't go all the way in with it. He went halfway. He just went, "Oh, so we're going to see what brain it is?" Nope. It don't even show you what it is. It just he didn't get the right one, and then
Well, yeah, it's plot device.
They did, zoom in on the body, the toe tag next to it that's saying this is the one he wants.
Yeah.
I'd also say it's unique with the foreshadowing with the TV where it had the Shecky with his brother. Like they actually juxtaposed them, so you saw them being different people before. Which
I understand. Like I said, Zach, I understand that from your standpoint. From my standpoint, I didn't like it. So,
well, I'm trying to be objective to a degree.
I know.
I will. In Mac's defense, I did watch that. I'm like, this is very Young Frankenstein.
Thank you.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
The hand,
Yeah.
the hand. I Loop literally writing it on his hand. I laughed at, but then I started thinking, this feels like Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, it was definitely reminiscent of Young Frankenstein, and it's not as funny as Young Frankenstein, but it didn't bother me as much
No.
as it's
It
bothering
bothered.
Mac.
Well, it didn't bother you because Mel Brooks is my favorite director of all time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it bothered me a lot. I was like, oh, why? Why did you copy? Why did you copy him? And all the people, why didn't you copy the Waynes for doing something stupid? That would have made me feel better.
Wait,
Why didn't you copy Frankenhooker?
Yeah, there we go. Copy Frankenhooker. There's other ones. Just don't copy them. Go. Oh, it hurt. It hurt.
Why couldn't you just have Wolfgang's say medical school disturbs me?
That would have worked. I would have loved that. Yeah. I like I said, I wouldn't hate the scene if it didn't take from that and it pissed me off a little bit. But
I think Mac, I think what you're trying to say is you would have either liked them to take less or take more.
there we go. That's what I meant. Like, if you're gonna go in fully. But if you're not, don't do it. Don't do it at all. Just leave it alone. That's the way I feel. You know. I'd rather you go deep than don't go halfway. If you stop halfway, I'm gonna get pissed. If you go all the way, I award you for the effort. I was like,
and this is where me and you differ, where it's like such an obvious homage would piss me off. The more obvious you are, the more pissed off I'm gonna get, because I'm gonna be like, you just didn't want to write this.
Yeah.
See, that's my problem, where it's like,
and like I think the issue is that I could see both your points.
Yeah. I'm right there in the middle with you, man.
Yeah. I'm like, you both have equally valid points in this scenario.
This is the first time where I'm not crazy this time.
Yeah.
I'm not bullshitting.
I don't think you're crazy. I think you're drunk on nostalgia, which
I think you just picked this film because you just like Rob Zombie and you just want to get on your hands and knees and kiss his ass.
No, I would not kiss his ass because I don't think he'd like that. Sucking him off, maybe.
That's exactly what I think you want to do.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Hold on. Zach, are you trying to tell me with a straight fucking face that Rob Zombie doesn't like to get his ass ate?
No, I don't think he's an ass eating guy, because he's kind of like a New England kind of dude, bro, when he usually talks. Like, I don't think that's his thing.
Look,
He
guys,
really does just seem like a normal guy.
Like, that's the thing. It's like when
For a
he's
guy
not
named Rob
performing,
Zombie.
he's like the most normal dude ever, which is why I find him interesting.
What Sherry Moon
He's
Zombie
interesting,
does in her private time with her husband does not involve this time, okay, people?
I mean, you could see it as a kink in this movie for watching his wife lust after Herman.
Yeah.
Like, you could say there's an NTR fetish going on there, but that's about it.
All right.
All right, I got mine out the way.
Scott, worst scene.
I wasn't a fan of that like rave the first night in their new house with all the normal townspeople. Like I get it from a story point, but like, I think it just went on a little too long and it just wasn't doing it for me.
Need a little bit more editing.
Yeah,
I agree with that one a little. I agree with that one a lot. Yeah.
No, there are parts of this movie that drag. Like, I don't think this is a perfect film by any means.
Yeah. Like I like the Herman's birth scene, but I thought that even went a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Eric.
There were a few of the black and white, the black and white transition stuff was interesting. I didn't like the trip from the real estate agents to their house. That transition took too long. That one did take too long. that one could have been about half as long and it would have served the same purpose.
I honestly think the whole movie probably could have been like 30 minutes shorter. I think it would
Great.
have a little better.
I think I'll be honest. Part of this is the first time I watched this, I was stoned.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
And
now,
it was
damn
like,
it.
no, I rewatched it sober.
yeah.
I still like it, but no, when I was stoned, it's like the longer the scene didn't really matter. And I feel like Rob Zombie makes his films specifically for people who has some sort of buzz going on.
Yeah, I do like that.
Honestly, yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
Yeah.
It's like a stoner comedy, you know, where it's like if you watch it sober, it usually is awful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would say the Harold and Kumar movies are fine sober.
And most of the Cheech and Chongs are.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. All right,
Eric's was that. Mine is still the Orlok date scene. I thought that it put me off of the rest of the film. I feel like the first half of this movie does drag more than the second.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the opposite. I like both halves. Like I don't think either are like terrible, but I thought the latter half dragged a little bit more.
Plot wise, I can see that, but like there was less cringe.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I think the first half took a little too long to get going. The second half was all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They dragged for different reasons. Is I think the big thing.
Yeah. But the Orlok date, like I feel like I liked the cringe, but I think we could have gotten the same effect with less lines from Orlok. I feel like Orlok could have been more of a weirdo, and that could have been better. Like he didn't have like the disco vampire being revealed at the end was funny, but like the other part of it, it's like I needed him to be weirder.
Yeah.
I loved the costume though.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what did you guys think of the cast playing multiple characters in most instances?
I think I couldn't tell. Yeah, I feel like I didn't notice.
And that's pretty amazing because Jeff Daniels Films was Herman Munster, Shecky Von Rathbone, and Zombo. The Count and Ezra Moshe are the same guy. Orlok is actually the same guy as the Doctor. Like I didn't realize it the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
Sherry Moon is also the newswoman.
Well,
so
I think you can more easily get away with that in this movie because all of the costumes are so involved.
Right. And like their features are way embellished when they're in those certain costumes.
Yeah,
so and they hide a lot easier.
But I also don't think that any of them felt like the same character twice.
Yes.
No, except for Shecky. Shecky felt,
but that was kind of
but that's
on purpose.
Yeah. Exactly. But he as Shelley, completely different type of character.
Yeah.
But also to be fair, even as Herman compared to Shecky, he is significantly more confident as Herman.
Yeah, incompetent in general, honestly. Shecky looked not long for this world.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's like what they because they both do the same mirror joke. It doesn't work for Shecky because he's a fucking loser.
But it worked in the rock star thing.
It worked a lot better in as part of the song.
I want to live in that nightclub so bad. Like that is just like my heaven right there. Just like weird shit constantly. No stopping.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. The classical question, right?
Yep.
Scott, is it rotten?
No, I don't think so. I kind of enjoyed it enough to say that it's not rotten, but I'm going to give it a 66.6.
You motherfucker.
Just to give it, because I don't think it's like great, but I think it's like it's positive. It's above negative. It's definitely not negative.
Yeah.
Mac, get your rant out of the way.
Yeah, it's rotten. I really don't like this film. I think it's not that bad. A lot of the audience are giving it like a 30 something. I would give it a 41. I see some promise. I see a lot of promise.
Okay, I want to know what specifically puts you off, though. That's the thing. We don't have specifics about what puts you off.
I just don't. You want to get the specifics of it. What my problem is too long, and there's parts of this film that, like Elementary Russo with Rob Zombie. Out of all those in Rob Zombies, even the Halloween films, I stay up and I at least watch. Even the Fireflies films, I at least I'm staying up. I'm still entertained. With this film, I dozed off and I fell asleep. I'm not going to lie, Zach. I fell asleep at half of these parts. It's too long, but I understand why you like it and I understand why a lot of people like it. I understand why everybody here, some people likes it. I just feel like it's still rotten, but it's still got a chance. I think if you were to give him a sequel, I think he would do a better job. Maybe cut it down a little bit, do some stuff. There is promise. I just feel like this film.
So it was nothing like the actors or anything.
No,
like
the
that.
actors were not. If you want me to talk about, the actors did a good job. Like I did not hate. Rob Zombie put together a good cast. Half of the writing was done good. I just felt like it was too long and it just drummed on, and I just got bored. I was bored. That's the whole point. I was bored, and I never get bored during the Rob Zombie film. This is the first film that bores me. So.
I think what Mac is saying is that all of Mac's issues with the movie come in post-production.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like most of the problem here is just the editing room.
Yeah, if you can fix this film with editing, and it can be really fun to watch. But I think this is the problem. The problem with the film is he did too little, he did too much. And made this film too long.
It's interesting because the things I like about it are part of some of the editing because it's going to sound pretentious. It's very grindhouse of just kind of letting things be and turn into what they do, regardless of what the story structure should quote unquote be.
I agree, but the problem
and that's something I usually enjoy. So maybe that's why I have a little because it feels more natural to me that way, I guess.
I understand from your standpoint that's understandable, but from my standpoint, it's too long. I'm bored, and I don't want to be bored during the film. If you're boring me, you're not doing it for me. And let me put it like this: I had low expectations for this film, and usually I have low expectations. It means if you do something a little bit funny, I'm like not expecting it. And there's certain things in this film I'm like, it's too damn long. I'm tired, and yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you a good example. Me and Scott watched Bad Boys. I watched Bad Boys 2. You talk shit about Bad Boys 2.
I can.
I watched Bad Boys 2 at 12 o'clock midnight, and I was literally tired of the Bad Boys 1. I stayed up all night watching Bad Boys 2, and it just kept me going. With this film, I watched this, and I had the same feel. I watched this film at like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm not sleepy. This film put me to sleep. That's the difference,
Okay.
Yeah. This film legit put me to sleep. That's the reason.
All right.
I'm being fair. I'm not trying to talk.
No. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
I know you have a very different standard than I do because you watch action movies and you need shit moving around constantly. That's I need.
Like I said,
I mean, to be fair, this movie is it's the epitome of colorful shit just going in front of your eyes.
Constantly. Yeah, and it's color stuff that put me in front of my eyes. I was like, yeah, there's some parts that put me, but it's just
I'm talking more like action, as in explosions and car chases, kind of thing.
There was explosions and crazy stuff in this film. There was crazy stuff in this film.
Not really.
The dialogue got a little. I'm just saying, tone down the dialogue. We'll go to Eric.
Well, I haven't
different strokes for different folks.
I have a different question after this, actually. So,
yeah,
Eric.
Yeah.
Is it rotten?
No. This movie is cheesy, and like I said, Rob Zombie made the movie he set out to make. He set out to make the Munsters. This is basically you could say this is the canonical prequel to the Munsters, and I would believe you. And it's because I think the time setting is right. he could, you could go on and just make more Munsters, or you could just say this movie exists. It's the prequel to the TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you could put this in black and white, add some film grain, and
Mhm.
it'll look like the old show.
Well, the end of the movie is literally that.
Yeah,
exactly,
the
yeah.
movie's that. Yeah,
And,
that's what it
and
does.
it works perfectly. It
Yeah.
looks like just the Munsters, the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it perfectly transitions. Like you could, like Eric said, you could just not make a sequel to this, and the show is the sequel.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually my question. So,
Should they make a sequel?
yes.
I mean,
But yeah,
They should
numeric-wise,
I wouldn't be
numeric-wise,
mad.
I'll give it like a 65.
All right.
Zach, is it rotten?
No,
Okay.
I'm giving this
I knew
I'm
that.
giving this 68.
All right.
Like I am in love with how this film looks, but I am highly aware of its editing quote unquote flaws as it would look to most people. I'm aware of it.
Yes.
But the way the world and it works and all that is just fascinating to me. Also, I grew up watching all the Universal monster movies. Like this is like Frankenweenie, where if you get it, you get it, but if you don't, it's going to be an absolute slog.
That's a good analogy. That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys watched Frankenweenie, but like if you weren't into monster movies of that era, you are not going to get any of the jokes. All right,
Okay.
Mac, pitch time.
Wow, you went right to me.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. I think personally, I mean, if you want me to be honest, I don't think this needs a sequel. I think the show could be the sequel. But if we had to give Rob Zombie, if you were to give Rob Zombie, creative freedom, I think if they were to explain, if they were to bring in, like, I mean, Zach, you're not gonna like this, but I was like, look, the Wolfman his son is not like 100%. They don't explain if they're human or because they keep running out in the sun, which is another part of the film I don't understand. But you could get the son literally to have a daughter. She could be human. She should come back. She could come in. She could live with him. She could be dealing with Lily while she's pregnant with June with Eddie. And it could be fun. I think it would be fun to watch a film of Herman being the Munsters trying to adjust to California, Hollywood, trying to adjust to that world. I think that would be
the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what? Yeah,
that's not the worst pitch you've had by far. You've had good
Mac's
ideas.
been on a roll lately.
Mac. Yeah, you're on a roll. Why do you look so pissed off then? We're complimenting you, and you look like you want to strangle us. It's very confusing.
You made me watch this film.
You have made me watch so much worse.
I'm going to get you back.
We made him watch Blue Streak, to be fair.
I'm gonna
he was
make
not
you
a
watch.
fan of that movie.
I'm gonna
No.
make you watch Baby Kids, bastard.
Yes,
yeah,
let's watch Babies.
but I'm also a lot more thick-skinned about this shit than you.
We're going to watch Baby Kids for.
And
We're going to watch that shit.
I was watching dubbed Digimon, and I got the link from Eric, and I was doing it. Mac, you're not gonna fucking break me.
Martin Lawrence Black Knight.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Big
Look.
Mama's House 2.
Look,
Oh,
we're
that's
due for
crazy.
another Martin Lawrence
Man,
movie.
don't fuck with us. We know
We're
Martin
due.
Lawrence films.
Mac and I just watched 3 in a row, and we're about to do another one.
Yeah, exactly. We're about to do life.
Mhm.
I-
We're talking life.
Honestly, I think we need to actually sit down and see what actor we've actually covered the most. I think it actually might be Martin Lawrence.
Either like also Emilio Estevez is up there.
Yeah,
Emilio Estevez is up there,
yeah, he is. Hold on, where Charlie Sheen ranks?
He ranks drinking tiger blood and
This is
drinking-
true, but
like
I
that's
think-
more.
we
I
talked
also
about this in the first episode. Tiger Blood. No, how many times we did Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen was
I think
Go
we've
on.
only done Major League 2.
Can't believe I missed that.
That was
that was like
We
the
could-
first
that was
episode.
no, that was episode like 1 or 2.
No, that was one.
One.
Yeah.
Because I just watched. I remember I did that,
Yeah.
and I literally just watched Major League 2, and I was like, "Hey, this is not that bad." And then y'all watched it, and it was like, "No, it is that bad."
Have you seen Back to the Minors, Major League
Doing
3?
that shit.
It's like we
We're
did
gonna do it.
We
Mac
did major-
pretends that doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Bacula to the Minors. We're doing it.
Can I just say the first 3 episodes of Is It Rotten were actually amazingly 3 very good movies to start off with. We did Major League 2, we did Robin Hood, and then we did Rat Race. Those are, I think, the best 3 films to set the tone for Is It Rotten?
Yeah, oh,
Which
yes.
Robin
Oh, yes.
Hood?
The Prince of Thieves.
Prince of Thieves. Yeah.
Yeah.
We hated it.
Oh, yes.
Not a good movie.
Corey went into a rant about how that was so hilarious. Corey went into a rant about Dances with Wolves. Like, I am Kevin Costner, and this is my English voice. He kept going in it. Like, we kept saying, how is Kevin Costner the only person that's speaking just American and everybody else is speaking English?
Also, that's that terrible Bryan Adams song.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Bryan Adams, just terrible.
Fuck him.
But
Kevin
it
Costner
is-
is one of those stars I just never got. I have never enjoyed him.
but it really is just those 3 movies together are like the 3 big archetypes of Is It Rotten?
Mm.
Guilty pleasure movies, weird sequels, and bad movies.
So which one was the bad movie?
I like to think I add something to this equation when I pick shit like Tideland, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I-
did
like,
that. When you
the
did
dark-
that, I
the
was like,
episodes that go off the rails are the ones where I go, fuck it, I'm picking the weirdest shit that'll make you want to die.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
that's when we had
Meatball
Kim, right? When we
Machines
did
or whatever the fuck it
Thailand.
was.
Yeah, no, Kim was here for Tideland.
Oh crap, that was funny.
I warned
She was
everybody
like,
and
what?
I warned you all.
Yeah.
You warned us, yeah. You warned us. And Scott, and now every one of us picked, let's pick Thailand. And then like, yeah, let's pick Thailand. Me and Kim was
Not
like, yeah,
every
Thailand
one of
can be
us.
that, man.
One of us never wanted to watch Tideland.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And
And you made us
regret
watch
that
that
decision.
zombie movie in retaliation.
Yes, yes, I
See,
did.
that's the other 4th ingredient, retaliatory movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zombies.
That was
like,
retaliatory
"This
movies
getting
is
you
the
back
chemical
for
act.
Thailand."
Yeah.
To be honest, Digimon annoyed me way more than that zombie movie.
I can see that. Yeah.
I still don't understand what's
I-
going on.
I understood the zombie movie. I got it. Digimon, still don't get. I still have to watch the pilot.
When I got to do equation for a
Digimon
film,
is a
that's
hard
when
movie to
it's
come
bad.
into.
Yeah.
I admit.
But like when I have to break out a whiteboard, it's a problem, yeah.
See the problem here?
Because like I've done a lot of cartoon show movies on this. I usually like to have at least one of us come in cold. Like for the Rugrats movie, it was Corey. Obviously for Pokemon for Pokemon 3, you hadn't seen it, Scott.
Nope.
For Rugrats Go Wild, it's I mean, who remembers anything about the Wild Thornberries?
No, yeah.
I've suppressed most of that.
Remember Kim did, man, we're just having a good, we're not even talking about doing a picture because half of us don't even want to see the sequel. I remember when
That's
we
actually
did-
not true. Both Scott and Eric said they were okay with sequels. You're the curmudgeon here. You're trying to do my role, but you're bad at it.
I think I do agree with Mac that a sequel doesn't need to be made.
Yeah.
But I also would like to see what Rob Zombie does with an actual Munsters series.
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
TV like a TV
Mhm.
show. Like,
Right,
but
yeah.
he's
Like
never
like
tried
a
that.
Netflix sitcom. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
actually.
that would be good.
Just a revival of the old show, essentially.
He's
Yeah.
not gonna do it.
Hell, even just like 15 minutes on Adult Swim every once in a
Yeah.
while would be
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that would be good. I don't believe he's
That would be
gonna
cool.
do it because he does
Look.
something and he just
Rob Zombie does literally whatever the fuck he wants to do.
yeah, but he's not gonna do it because it's like
No, you have no idea what he's capable of. That's the key. That's the key.
if you tell Rob Zombie we love this, make a sequel, he'll probably say, I don't feel like it.
No, he doesn't
Who
care
knows,
if you love
15 years from now, he might do a sequel to this.
Yeah, yeah,
never
you
know.
never
Yeah,
know.
like Three from Hell came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like he is waiting for them to age enough so that Eddie Munster could be born right now
Yeah.
and then be played
In-
By him, and it will
by
be
a
his
child
son.
born this year.
will
It will
be
be
his
his
Oh
son.
my
Yeah,
god.
So, Scott, you got any ideas?
Not a good one, but my idea is there's something haunting Mockingbird Heights. You know, there's a monster haunting it, and the townspeople, they hire the mystery gang, James Gunn's mystery gang,
Oh my god, you son of a bitch.
to come investigate the Munsters. And they immediately recognize that the Munsters are friends. You know, they're good people, and they all work together to find whatever it is that's haunting
Okay.
their town.
Okay,
And I don't know. I don't know what it
idea.
is. It could be like the
I
Babadook or Old Man
fuck,
Withers or whatever.
fuck what Zach says. Listen to me, Scott. I love this idea. Fuck what Zach says. Let's look
Did
at
I
me.
say anything negative about the idea?
Fuck
Can
you.
I-
I want to let this known that this is a good idea. I want this.
Can I just say that Scott's idea sounds a lot like he just wants James Gunn to adapt Ghoul School.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let him and Rob Zombie double team this shit.
no, that'd be those
Can-
two making a film. Just the homages alone would kill an average human being.
So I just want to know, Scott, do we get the entire original cast of Scooby Doo? Because they're old now. We can do it.
Fuck yeah,
Can we?
why wouldn't we?
No.
Yeah. Freddie Prinze ain't
Absolutely.
doing
Bring
shit.
Freddie
Sarah
Prinze
Michelle
Jr.
Gellar
back.
ain't doing nothing.
No.
Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini?
Absolutely, bring them all back.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Bring back Rowan Atkinson as Scrappy Doo.
Mm.
Like the only place where this falls apart is that unfortunately Matthew Lillard does not have the physique to play Shaggy anymore. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. But just make him fat, damn it. We
Yeah.
need
Have him,
Matthew
have him
Lillard.
be,
Here's the
have him
thing.
be older Shaggy. He's
Here's
calling
the thing.
himself Norville.
Why are we limiting ourselves to them physically having to be there? Why not just make them cartoon characters of themselves and just have the original people voice them?
I like that.
Because the Munsters wouldn't bat an eye if a cartoon person starts talking to them. They don't care.
But Matthew
I'm
Lillard is a
into
cool
that.
Shaggy, though. I admit, if you want to talk shit about, I'll tell you this. I like Matthew Lillard Shaggy. You can go fuck off. I loved it. He was cool. He had
I
it
think we all
down.
did.
There's
I
a
like the
reason.
Shaggy.
There's a reason that of the original movie cast, he is the one that became the official voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he was great.
he's good.
Eric.
Mhm.
You already went.
Eric can go.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did. I said I had the whole thing about waiting, having it actually.
Right. My idea is we turn this into a concert tour where Lily gets pregnant, Herman panics and goes on a midlife crisis throughout the U.S. But what
Okay.
the best part is we have them in full makeup, but we have like real life scenes in there too when they're interacting with real people. We go full Nathan Fielder with it.
Interesting. Interesting.
Are you telling me you don't want the Munsters interacting with regular people? Because you said that's the part of this that's missing.
Oh no. I agree. I want them interacting with people. I'm sorry. I'm just still sorry. Scott stole the show.
I
need-
stole Max Hart with my pitch.
Yeah. If he did that and you're just like, yeah,
but this comes from
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. But I want the actual concerts to be in like little Transylvanias all around the world, all around the U.S. Like, there's like little China. There'd be little Transylvania because if they come from a country in this universe, so there has to be little Transylvanias. That was my thought.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Is it like a Chinatown?
Exactly.
Just an American Transylvania.
Exactly. Like, and you have like the kids trying to rebel and look pretty over their like fucking deformed faces and shit. Fucking great.
I'm into all of these, honestly.
Yeah.
For a film, like there's actually a lot of potential in this. That's what I find interesting.
I never said there wasn't any potential. I just didn't like the film. I'm just being.
I think overall, I think we can all agree that this is a good starting point.
Yeah.
But also doesn't need to be a starting point.
Yeah.
No.
It is in this weird like. Yeah. It could very much use sequels. It also doesn't need to have any sequels.
Yeah.
It's funny because we said the same thing about El Super Beast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Once you start accepting Rob Zombie's bullshit worlds, like halfway through the film, everything kind of changes, and you start like thinking, like, what is this world like? How does this work?
He's very good at like world building. He's
Yeah.
really good at that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like even if you hate his Halloweens, you start buying into his world at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're well thought out.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, but also pretty slapdash.
Yeah, it's a weird combination of being hyper specific about things and being slapdash about other things. One of the things he said in interviews is sometimes he'll go through his films and go, that part's too pretty. I need to reshoot it where it looks uglier. Like I've never heard a director say that. I'm like, what?
But that's a totally Rob Zombie thing to say.
Yeah,
like everyone else is like, oh, I got the perfect shot. He's like, that's too pretty.
Nah, we need to fuck this up.
Why do I want this to also have puppetry in it? I think that's what was missing, puppets.
Yeah.
Well, there was that bat.
Yeah, but we need more puppets.
Yeah, it does need more puppets.
We need John.
More puppets.
We need John Henson's puppets in here. We need some.
Yes.
We need some actual certified Muppets in here.
Yes, we do.
Gonzo would probably thrive.
Gonzo
Oh my
would
god,
thrive.
Gonzo or a Fozzie Bear and Herman would get along so well.
Oh my god, yeah. They'd be drinking buddies.
Actually, you want to know something? Why not?
I love that Herman gets drunk off Shirley Temple, by the way.
Get the count involved.
And the count. The count.
The count and the count.
Yes, right. Yes.
Well, the count and the peanut gallery guys would be the fucking...
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He'll be like, that's one blood bottle. Two.
The Mupsters.
I can just imagine Kermit
Workshopping.
having a continual nervous breakdown.
Hey, wait a minute. Jim Henson made a cartoon series called the monster version of Muppets.
Yeah.
I could have used that.
But that's not as fun.
Yeah.
Unless you want to combine it with Fraggle Rock, in which case I am there for it.
Well, we don't want to piss Corey off because he hates Fraggles. Yeah. Don't understand it.
We can get R.L. Stein out of retirement from writing Eureka's Castle.
Yeah. I always want to say that I wanted to tell Corey this. Was like, why you hate Fraggles so much? Why you hate
Because they're dirty communists.
No, but they caused world peace.
I understand. That's why I said they're dirty communists. I know what I said.
World peace, but at what cost?
Point. All right. So, Scott, like I said, people in the last episode, we are doing for the month of December, we're picking films that we believe that we love. It doesn't have to be fresh, it don't have to be rotten. or fresh. Just pick a film that we love, and we'll just let everybody take it down. So, Scott, what is your choice?
I was considering picking Avatar, but I think it's too long of a movie. So, have you guys ever heard of a movie called The Man from Earth?
That sounds familiar.
It's like a small indie movie. Tony Todd's in it. It's got a bunch of like C-list actors that you've maybe seen before, but it's basically just like, yeah, it's about this guy who claims that he's a caveman, and it's just like an hour and a half of people discussing that.
Okay.
So I really enjoy that movie, and
no, that
nobody
sounds
ever
like
talks
something
about
I'd like.
All right.
All right.
You know what? I did say I'm for not for the episode of that. I did say I was going to pick Batman Returns, but I'm going to change my answer. I'm interested because I'm trying to get my classical film talk type of thinking. Black and white. So I was debating between Scott and my favorite film, which we both like, Hitchcock. I was thinking about North by Northwest, which I love. It's one of Hitchcock's best films, which me and Scott get an argument because I like Rear Window. I think that's a better film. Scott, you're gonna argue with me on that.
I'm just to be honest, I'm not a huge Hitchcock fan. Those are like two of my favorites of his movies. But yeah, I do think North by Northwest is better.
Okay.
I'm just more of an adventure guy, you know?
Yeah. So I'm gonna let Scott choose this one. Just Scott, because he fucked me over in the last.
Two?
No, these three.
Okay.
North by Northwest, Rear Window, and The Third Man.
Ooh, Third Man's good. Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk The Third Man.
All right, Orson Welles.
Awesome movie.
All right. So
I feel like this is movies we can watch in public for once.
Here's the thing. For mine, I had a thought. We've done 2 movies of a trilogy because both of them were rotten.
Fuck off.
But the middle movie, it's not rated rotten. So for my pick, I'm going Rugrats in Paris.
I knew you were going to pick that, you son of a bitch. You fuck off.
Look, it's literally the only way we'll ever be able to cover that movie, and we have to, just so that we can have the full trilogy of all 3 movies.
Zach knew what was coming. I was like, when he said trilogy, I was
when I said trilogy, there's only a few trilogies that we've done 2 movies of.
Me and Scott legit picked good movies. I don't know about
No, Eric picked a legit good movie.
I did pick a legit good movie.
Okay. So I'll think we got shit.
Except for a couple of the sequences are a little dated.
Okay, still. All right, Zach, are you gonna literally go on down the route of, I'm gonna pick a film that we can't watch in the library?
Well, you can't, but it's not because it's bad. It's because you'd have to explain a lot of questions. John dies at the end because the third book, after years, is finally being released.
Okay.
I love that movie. Scott's seen it before.
What
It's odd
an
movie.
Interesting group of movies we've chosen for this December.
Yeah.
I almost picked Neo Ned. Neo Ned is it's Jeremy Renner is a neo-Nazi who's sent to a mental institution where he meets Gabrielle Union, who thinks that she is possessed by Hitler. And it is positive.
I feel like
I went with the better movie.
I actually, you know what?
I feel like that would lead to Kanye discourse somehow.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I leaned away.
I was going to pick the one, but I feel like this should be like I was going to pick Hook, but I didn't want to pick it. It just is like it's
Hook is mediocre.
It's rough. I'm not a fan.
Y'all can go fuck yourselves.
The Rufio rules. I'll give you that.
Yeah, yeah. Like we don't have a problem with like the Lost Boys in that or anything.
No,
it's everything else.
Yeah, but that's
Lost
going to
Boys
be.
and Hook himself is awesome, but
Yeah.
like all the Peter Pan stuff, like yeah.
They can fuck
I
off.
can get it. I get it. It reminds you of certain things. But,
No, it doesn't. That's not why.
well,
It's just that.
I was sitting there thinking, I felt like North by Northwest. I was sitting on North from not Northwest. I really wanted to do Rear Window because we never did Rear Window on any of the shows. And I was sitting there thinking, the Third Man, I have seen it before, but I want to see it again. And
I either was going to do John Dust the End or In Bruges.
oh, fuck you. Why did you not pick In Bruges? Fuck.
Because I know.
I love In Bruges.
I know.
But
I know
it's a Madonna film. Everything is fun in the Madonna film. It's action. Fuck you.
Well,
You
not
didn't want me
Three
to do an
Billboards.
action film.
Well, it's more of a dark comedy than an action.
Yeah, but there's action in it. And its dialogue is funny.
You have
Damn
no
it.
idea what. Yeah, but Scott, you've seen it. John Dies at the End is not devoid of action.
No.
I understand.
John Dies at the End is it's a way weirder movie.
Yeah, but In Bruges is just so fun. It's just
Yeah,
the
but we.
cover says it all. Like two people shooting each other, and literally, you little Colin Farrell just literally drinking a beer, just having a gun and saying that. Just I was like, that's perfect cover. I was like, that's.
But it's not an Is It Rotten movie for me. That's a film talk movie.
But damn it, it's so fun to watch.
In Bruges, like you should analyze it against the other filmmakers' movies, like Seven Psychopaths. Like you should actually do that. Like the dialogue is worthy of that kind of comparison, not the shit show we do here.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad Scott picked The Third Man because I'm like everybody. I remember I watched. I was like, this is fun to watch because I remember I was watching it for just research, and I was like, everybody kept saying, watch The Third Man. You probably can get a lot of insight on films and all that. And I was like, okay. And I watched it, and I was like, it's really good, and I want to watch it again. So, all right, guys, plugs.
All right. As always, you can find me on Twitter at BunkBunker. If I do something, I will tweet about it. By the time that this episode is out, I probably would have tweeted about something, which I talked about last episode. So
there we go. All right.
You can find me at Chewbacca Defense, and you can find me and Mac on Film Talk.
Yeah, we're shooting them.
We're gonna get to that life episode at some point.
Yeah, we're getting that. We're probably gonna get to it probably sometime, but don't worry. We gave you a bunch of episodes, but we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, you got Bad Boys. You got the whole trilogy coming out.
You got 3 films that we did, so you should shut up. We're happy. You should be happy. We're getting to life. Eventually gonna do Predator 2. Eventually. I'm gonna do it. Lions and the Tigers.
You seem so upset about it. Predator 2 is awesome.
Yeah, shit happens, doesn't it? Shit happens.
You sound like me when people try and defend RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2 is fucking awesome.
2 is awesome.
2 is fucking awesome.
Compared to
Both
1,
of these movies rule.
They rule. He shoots. No, I mean, look, 1, he shoots a man in the dick, and then 2, he literally shoots a guy holding a baby and trajectorily shoots him out. It's awesome. And
there's a robot that's addicted to drugs.
that's exactly, yeah.
What more do you want?
all right.
Well, I'm planning on watching Terrifier 2 sometime this week, so that's what I
The
want.
villain literally is an
I was
old guy.
gonna do Terrifier just to fuck with you guys, and I decided against it, so feel happy.
I mean, there's literally an old guy stepping over a body and he don't give a fuck. It's awesome. Damn, RoboCop 2. We're adding it to the list, Scott. RoboCop 2.
We're gonna do all the RoboCops.
You're damn right. Wait a minute.
Joel Kinnaman RoboCop, all of them.
Okay, we can stop at
The
3.
TV
We'll
show
do the
Defense
trilogy.
for Reasons, the animated show,
We can talk about the animated show. I don't have no problem with the animated show.
the 90s animated show, or the earlier one?
The 90s one.
Yeah.
90s one pretty good. All right, Zach, what you got to pull up, man?
Nothing.
All right.
It's been a shit show on Twitter. Elon Musk has turned it into a hell site, even more than it already was.
All right, everybody, time to print out the code for this episode of Visit Rotten.
Print out the code. There's something you ain't telling me.
Shred it. No, shred it immediately. Come
Shred
on.
it, please.
What
Shred
are you
it.
doing? What are you,
No,
you
no,
can't print
shut
out the
this
code.
down. Shut
Please,
it down.
please stop printing the code. This is a bad idea.
Shut it down.
What were we thinking?
Shut this down.
What was he cooking?
I'm gonna be packing this situation. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it. Turn it off. Shut
All
it
right,
down.
all right, Mac, to your plugs.
All right, guys. Make sure you go follow us at Tampa Book 88. Make sure you go get the if you're looking at Twitter probably right now on October 30th to October 30th at this time, you are probably seeing that the Mac Pool costume is out and ready at Dollar Tree. So make sure you go get your costumes and dress up like
You've got less than 24 hours before Halloween.
That's exactly right. It's only on shelves for, I don't know, 2 hours. So if you haven't got it,
if you want a Chewbacca costume, just get a Chewbacca costume and put a yarmulke on it.
Knew that's where it was going.
so make sure you go get that, and also make sure you go watch Gamer Grudge and all our other shows on YouTube. We want to thank y'all for watching. This is It Rotten signing off, people. We'll see you next time, where we will be doing what's the film you're talking about?
The Man from Earth.
The Man from Earth. The Man from Earth. Make sure you come back and watch this. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Can't wait with this thing, so I'm just moving my head around.